Alright, so with the World Championship qualifier event concluding, as expected, we've got ourselves a ban list. And I've already noticed something a little bit concerning. It seems to be only a card hit list. There's no skill sort of addresses here, which is a little bit concerning considering my main big complaints with the game right now are specifically Shadow and the Utopia deck having access to cards they really shouldn't have access to. Things like Nibiru in Shadow is like, that deck is so strong, does it really need to be summoning monsters outside of its own archetype, outside of, like, the occasional link monster required for its combos? And the Utopia deck, dude, that deck is FTKing right now with a giant turtle, and it's lava goleming. Like, do these archetypes need cards that are not meant for, like, the actual archetypes? It's like, I kind of just wish the skills got more restricted, that's what I was hoping for, and I see none of that, which is a little bit worrying, because I'm worried they're going to do something stupid, like, just limit Lava Golem or something, or I don't know, maybe there's, I'm praying they ban two other things on here, the Catapult Turtle, because, like, it's been, like, 17 FTKs now in different KC Cups over the course of time. It needs to go. And there's also that stupid dog that people have been running recently that was in the, it's been in two different flip decks now that is just floodgating. I forgot what the other name of the other one is, the Tin Danglers, whatever it's called. And now it's being used in Shadow, I think? Yeah, I'm sick of these, floodgate stuff and these, FTKs. All that stuff needs to go. But without the skill hits, I don't know. I'm also hoping there's at least some hit to Shadow that takes Super Poly out the archetype, because Super Poly is a really powerful card. And I don't think a deck as powerful Shadow needs access to it. Especially with every other deck, like, having a limit 1, but Shadow doesn't, is like, okay. So hopefully we get some sort of hits on here to get, yeah, for that at least. Let's see what they did though. Alright, so yeah, Catapult Turtle going to getting banned. That is fantastic. Like, this should have happened literally years ago. There's been so many different FTKs this card is enabled, and Konami's always, like, sort of banned every card around it. For some reason, shielded this thing like a little sacred turtle or something. I don't understand why this card lived so long. It should have been banned years ago. This card, it's only ever been used for FTKs. Nobody's built a deck around this for, like, I know, to go off what they did in the anime, I think this is an anime card. No one's ever, like, built a deck around it for anything that's been, like, for good use. It's just always been for FTKs, so it should be gone. So, thank God. Yeah, get that shit out of here. We've got limit 1 on this. This is good, because this removes Super Poly from the deck, which is fantastic. It also means that the skill is, like, weirdly worded now, because it's meant to dump 3 trap cards, right? And there's only, like, this is the only real good one. There's one other trap card that has something in the graveyard. I can't even remember what it does. So I'm not even sure, like, what they're going to send to the graveyard with the skill now. But this is, like, this is actually a massive hit, because it does two big things for the deck, which is huge. Alright. Like, having less access to being able to flip more stuff and taking limit 1s out of the deck is actually pretty big. Alright, Sonic Jam. So, okay, so if this card's on here, and it's not followed by that stupid dog, I swear to God, because this is the spell card negating thing, or you can't use spells? Yeah, opponent can activate spells instead. Yes, the flip effect monster you use on your opponent's turn to floodgate them. The dog better be on here. That stupid dog better be on here. If Sonic Jam is on here and the dog isn't, I'm gonna be so tilted. Because I'm pretty sure the dog has been more popular, so it better be on here. Yeah, it is, okay. Thank God. These two cards, like, wait, they're limit 1? I thought they'd be banned. So I guess it's just to get out of Shadow, which is good, I guess. It also, I don't think this changes Tin Dangle. I wish they just banned these cards, honestly. But I guess putting into limit 1 is really good for future-proofing different decks, because it means if they release decent flip art types in the future, like stuff that's, or skills that are designed around flip stuff, all they need to do is put a limit 1 in there, in those art types, and they get rid of the degenerate cards from them. So I guess limiting to 1 does kind of work. I don't think Tin Dangle currently has limit 1, so they're still doing this dog shit, but whatever, maybe they do, I just don't remember it. Whirlwind, is this the same as the other ones? I don't know which one this one even does. Oh, it's the same as the, okay, sure. I didn't even know this one even existed. I've only ever seen these two being popular, so sure, another card, I guess adding it to the list of things they want to get rid of, sure. That's it for the ones and forbiddens. So, no Utopia hits so far outside the FTK. Right. I mean, right now, it's really only Utopia and Shadow that is doing, like, the super degen things, so as long as those two decks get hit in some capacity, I'll be happy. So hopefully these limit 3s, they, get some Utopia hits on the way. This Banlist seems pretty long, too. So there'll be something on here. Xyz's Gift. Oh, it's a draw 2? Is this the one people were using? I thought people were using the other draw spell. The spell card that, whenever you exceed someone, draws a card and you just keep drawing like a billion with it. I didn't know people were even using this. Is this just more FTK type stuff? I mean, sure. I didn't even know people were using this, to be honest. It must have been used in the KC Cup or something. The majority of the deck in a single 10, sure. I mean, this must be used in combination with the other spell card, surely. I'm pretty sure this isn't the spell card I'm thinking of. There's another one, right? Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. When a Utopia monster succeeds summon to your side of the field, you pay 500. Yeah, this one. Because in Utopia, you literally summoned like 4 Utopias a turn, and this card was searchable. So it was like, you just drew your entire deck. It was disgusting. You even draw more than that, right? Because you place all the Utopias, and you keep climbing the Utopias on top of the Utopias. It was very disgusting. This is what led to a lot of the FTKs. So I'm not surprised it's getting some sort of limitation. But the exciting thing about this limitation is that there has to be something that's limited on here to go with this, alright? Otherwise, there'd be no point to this. So there has to be some other limit 3s on here. I wonder if Lava Golem's gonna make the, gonna be on here. I'm not even sure if Lava Golem was popular in the KC Cup, but it's all over the ladder, and it's absolute cancer. So I'd like it to be, addressed in some way. Limit 3 does seem like a good way to sort of deal with it. Okay, so there has to be some other Utopia cards on here, otherwise this wouldn't make much sense. I guess unless they just don't want these two to be played together, which is weird, because it's played at 1 anyway. I'm pretty sure it's only played at 1. Wendy. Okay. So this was the one that most people predicted beforehand would be the one that gets hit, because it's the most important of the Shadow monsters. But currently Limit 3 doesn't do anything unless there's another Limit 3 on here, obviously. So, because I don't think Shadow wasn't really playing any Limit 3s that I can remember. That Limit 3s haven't been that super popular in the game in general recently, right? Because we haven't had, like, a trap card meta anymore, where most Limit 3 category is, so... There better be some other sort of Shadows on here. I wonder which one they're going to put on here. Surely something. Wait, what is that? Okay, I have to look it up now. I have to go look. We have to look no longer unlisted a second. Wait, what was Limit 3s for Shadow?
Car games on motorcycles!
They don't have any Limit 3s. Wait, what does this do? Am I missing something? I'm looking at like a top deck right now. Just clicked on a randomized deck. There's no Limit 3s in here. What is that? What is that accomplishing? What? Hey, let me have a look at the World Championship qualifier decks. I know, I hope I didn't spoil anything on that screen, but I'm not paying too much attention to everything that isn't Limit 3. Where are they? Top 100. Were people playing Limit 3s in Shadow? Or is this just like a random hit for the future they just decide to do now? The first place, that's first place, right? The first place deck, -1. Was he playing Limit 3s? No, but he was playing the stupid guard dog, so yeah. Why did they Limit 3 this and nothing else? What is this for? Hello? Am I missing? Are my eyes just not working or what? There's no Limit 3s in this archetype. Why is there a Limit 3 here? What is this supposed to do? Huh? I'm getting brain damage right now. I must be missing something. Someone has got to be playing a Limit 3 somewhere. There's no way. Anyone playing Limit 3s? I don't understand, man. What is the point of that? Are they planning to release a Limit 3 card in the future that was going to go in Shadow, and they've now stopped that? They prevented that in the future? Next box, Limit 3 for Shadow? I don't know, man. I don't understand. Anyway, no longer on the lists. Hopefully some juicy stuff. Not even sure what to expect from on the list. Oh, that's a cool one. So Dragon Maid is still a strong archetype. It's just not as strong as the current stuff because the game got power crept again. So that's actually a fairly decent help. I'm not sure what Limit 1's Dragon Maid can make use of, but there's something. There's something in this archetype to make use of. Oh shit. Actually, can it make say level 5, oh shit. It was no level 5 a higher dragon monster, right? I mean, super poly? I don't think so. Alright, sure. I'm not really sure I'm not much of a Dragon Maid player. Stella. This is an interesting one, because obviously it's a Fleur buff. But how good of a Fleur buff even is it? I mean, currently Fluor's just got so many synchro has got much better synchro option than Big Power Tool guy. But the thing is, this card isn't limited to one. So, for example, you could play this in like the August version for fun, just because that has a limit 1 card. So any art type you wanted to play with Fluor before, that was sort of kind of restricted because that art type might have a limit 1, and Fluor always had Power Tool Dragons limit 1, so it made it hard to play them together. This thing could sort of fill that role if you're looking for a level 9 synchro that's really big. I think currently I was summoning Wolf in Fluor, which is not Wolf, the Crocodile in Fluor. This is arguably a better card, so I guess you can now summon this in August Fluor or whatever limit 1 art type. Otherwise, you're definitely going Power Tool Dragon, so it's a way better card. But if you're looking for a card that isn't limit 1 that's still in that level 9 win synchro category, you've got one now, which is nice. Sure. Doesn't really change much. I guess this deck does actually play limit 3 trap cards, so... Was this even limit 3? What was this limited to? I didn't know what this was limited to. Was it limit 1? I have no fucking clue. I think it was limit 3, if I would guess. Sure. Whatever. Ooh! Well, I mean, there's no decks currently using this. You can play it in Shadow, but... I guess this is a Shadow card, but most Shadow lists weren't using this, and like I said, most Shadows weren't even using limit 3, so it's like, this thing, if you wanted to play this, you could play it anyway. So I'm not sure what other art types are going to make use of this. This doesn't change Dogmatica Shadow at all, because they weren't playing limit 3s, like I said. So, was this taken off so that you could play it with Shadow now, because they've got limit 3 on there, which doesn't make much sense, because they weren't even using it before. I don't know. Necros buff, smile. Compulse. Okay, so we're getting to... Seeing this is very scary, because seeing this means, oh, this is the confirmation that we are very, very well past the trap portion of the game now. The game is not really focused around trap cards anymore. We've kind of started reaching these super, super modern eras of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is a little bit scary. Because it means, yeah, this is limit 3 anymore. It just means limit 3 trap cards are no longer needed to be limit 3, because they're not actually that strong in current metagame. So, a little bit scary seeing this, because it kind of confirms that we're in a state where, yeah, trap cards, they're not that great anymore, are they? I wouldn't even be surprised if we get things like Crackdown and IDP get taken off completely as well, because, well, why even bother? Is that like all the Infinity cards now? Of the Infinity cards to be unlimited, that is the biggest one, because it's the most important one, so sure. I can't remember what exactly stopped Infinity being, like, annoying, and I think it was probably this limitation, so... The deck will still start going second, and going first, we now have hand traps in the game, so... I don't think this is going to do much, but for Infinity players, it's certainly nice to have access to again. Foul. So they're giving Salad back their foul. This is the background one, right? Which is limited to 1. Okay. I think Salad can definitely get this back, because, like, they don't need this and the other skill hit. I think there was definitely one or the other, well, not even one or the other, just the second one was the the hardest hit for the deck, obviously. So I think having their back row remover is definitely a buff for the deck, but probably won't change its outcome. I think also the issue with this art type isn't that it's actually that weak, it's that if you're somebody who enjoys playing this, you're someone that enjoys those, like, super difficult combo sort of decks, and then you're just going to play the better version, which is, you know, Shadow. That's the better combo, heavy skill expression deck right now, so you're just going to play that instead. So I think everyone that was playing Salad just moved to Shadow. That's just what happened. It's probably that they started with Predator Plant, they moved to Salad, then they moved to Shadow. They just keep jumping communities, because that's the... all those decks do the same sort of skill expressive-y sort of stuff. And then we're in the Rastral section, which I don't really care too much. Very cool, very cool. I'm sure this is very exciting. And that's it. So, what happened to Utopia? Just the FTK got removed. That's it, right? Is that it? Let's see the first Utopia deck we come across up here. Well, Shadow absolutely decimated the card. As I expected, it was basically tier 0 for anyone that was good at the game. Yeah, it's basically tier 0. If it's not considered tier 0 in terms of, like, how many people actually topped, it's definitely tier 0 power level. It's just too skill expressive for most people would want to play it. So, where's the first? Okay, so it's a Utopia deck. Unaffected. Zero cards affected by this ban list. Very cool. As you can see, all these cards that should definitely be played in the art type. We've got things like Kaijus over here. Definitely feel like that card should be in the art type. Exo Sister being played. This ban list has been, like, literally hitting nothing, right? Like, what are we hitting here? I must be missing something with this limit 3. I just must be blind. Someone tell me in the comments why this thing's limited to 3. Because I don't see the reason. Still looking for the Utopia players. Shadow was such a tier 0 deck. My god, it was so tier 0, man. Look at this. A based player, and then he ended up just playing Shadow in the end anyway. There's one of the FTKers. It wasn't even... Yeah, I didn't think they were using the draw card that much. This guy was using this draw card. This thought the one everyone was using. So I'm not really sure why... What is this ban list? Who made it? Seems so shit. I'm glad they're getting rid of the floodgate part of Shadow. Like, this shit being gone is fantastic. This being, like, Super Poly being gone is fantastic. You know, like, those are good changes. But, like, it doesn't really weaken the power level of anything else. I'm super disappointed there wasn't a skill change towards just getting Lava Golem out of the deck. Because you know what would have fixed all this FTK problem as well? Instead of banning like 16 cards, or with the case of Shadow banning like all these different cards as well, just make it so the skills can't play stuff that's not in their archetypes in main deck. Like, it would have solved, it would have got Nibiru out of this shit. Oh my god, man. Gotta sell those Nibiru packs. I don't know, this is I think this ban list is kind of trash, not gonna lie. Like, it addressed some of the cringe parts of the game, but it didn't address any of the power level of the game, so it's just gonna be the exact same meta into Worlds, which is like... I mean, I guess I'm undervaluing the trap card hit here. This trap card hit is pretty huge, so I guess we'll see how big of a deal this trap card being at 1 is in Shadow. It's probably pretty big, because if you banish it once, it means you can't... Well, it's hard to get it back, and you can't, like, you just grab it back from the graveyard to revive your stuff, because a lot of turn 1s on Shadow would end up ending with one of these set face down and 2 other cards, and using one for banishing for their effects or whatever, so I guess it does have quite an impact on the deck. I'm just disappointed they didn't remove the Lava Golem shit. Yeah, I don't know. Not a huge fan of this ban list, but what can you do? Also, where are the I guess there was some cool unhits, I guess. Anyway. Alright guys, that's going to do it with this ban list. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'll probably do some stream at some point for a post-ban list tournament under these ban list rules to see if anything's different or if anything's going to change in the meta. I doubt it, but who knows. Maybe Shadow gets significant enough of a hit where it's not just going to be tier 0 at least, which will be nice. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you see you in the next one. Latest.